Welcome back, welcome aboard, and all aboard for How Not to Game with Cali Jack. I'm Cali Jack, the gaming persona here on the Rex channel. Thanks for joining us. This is the Devil's Towers Fixit 1969 game sessions, and we are on episode 53. Currently trying to load up to episode 45 as I'm recording, but running into a few issues on my upload limits. So once I get that done, I'm going to try to go to a different style where instead of doing a binge of gaming and then posting, I'm going to do an episode and post. So we'll see which one works better. Anywho, today is the Devil's Towers day for the Fixit game. And one of the Fixits I need to take and start considering is right here at Lightning Bolt Junction, as I'm calling it. I got too many leaders, forks, and everything. I need to take and straighten up this mess here. Get it into a better setup. And also begin to allow things to go in this way from over here easier, rather than coming down and turning around. So this is going to require a lot of work. And it's going to require a lot of groundwork. There we go. So my first is a return stroke. And again, I'm going to do everything first and then come back and upgrade. It may cost me more, but it lets me build with cheaper lines until I get the alignment I want. It'll also slow down the trains coming through, so I have a little bit of a leeway here. Now, one thing I'm thinking about is a liftoff right about here. I'm going to raise this and then bring it over on a bridge across. That's going to mean that I'm going to need to change the total alignment of the line. And I am thinking about actually making this totally different now. But the more I look at it, I've got a better idea. There we go. Do that. Into there. Take out that signal, put a signal there, and we'll put one here for down the road to allow some better blending. Now, how do I want to do this? With that done, I can take out this stretch here to begin with. All right. And I am seriously considering some serious three leveling here to get everything squared away. So I'm going to put in a temporary line over here to get him back up onto here. We can take this out. signal there. To let things go through, we're going to put a signal here. And that comes down. All right, get my landscape tools going again. It's been a while since I thought this through, I think. Wasting a little bit of money, but that's normal for me. Come back up there and there. Okay. Actually, I want him down. And I'm going to do this temporarily so that I can extend it out one more. Do my lower. Yeah, I'm just doing great with the extra. Wasting money on my landscaping here. Okay. Oops, we're in the wrong direction. There we go. Now we're going to bring him up there. Actually, I think I'm going to bring him up there and make it a line that combines right there. So everything's going to come back together right about here, actually. There we go. There we go. Now we're starting to look a little bit better. Okay, now I need to blow that signal. Make this signal do this. Take out that right there, that signal. Now I can build out and over for my other Passover, who unfortunately needs to be considerably taller than. There we go. All right, let's see if this works. So I'm going to do a bridge there and a bridge here like that. Going to have a hard turn in. So I've got my out and my out. For the outline, for the inline, I have an in and an in, so it's now an actual interchange. Now I just got to figure out what I want to do here. Do I want to shift the whole line over and do a bridge over with a horseshoe? And I'm thinking about that just for simple, but I don't like that idea. Another thing I'm thinking about is making a dual release. So that there'll be like an interchange here where the coal lines and such coming in and over here and the steel lines out go right on out into here. It's thoughts. It's thoughts. Now, it did make a little bit of chaos, and I know that part of the rule was I was supposed to be getting rid of chaos. Sometimes chaos just follows you, no matter how bad you want to get rid of it. There we go. Cleaning up a little bit of my overabundance here. Another double rotate. I thought I saw a broken line somewhere indicated. Can't tell if that's real. It was a tree. It was a tree. Okay. So now bring the lines back up to speed. And there we go. I don't like how sharp this turn is, so I think we're going to fix right here. Do that. Temporarily take out that spot. Remove that. There he is. And now we'll see if the steel train is going to like this new routing. And the steel train's another one I need to upgrade. We've got older rails on it. Part of the problem with this map is it is such a tight map and everything dropped in so tight. It is a small map. That's going to be an issue long term here. For those tracking Dave caffeination levels, well, it is Monday and it is cup number 3 of coffee out of the first pot. Smooth him out a little bit just so he looks a little better. All right. And then I've got to start thinking about an extra set of signals somewhere. Where do I have them? Oh, I don't. So let's put a signal there and one about there. That's about the length of my trains that I'm going to be running. I really just don't have room on this map to take and do the longer train setups with like the 10 tile ones. So everything's got to be the 5 to 7 range, I think. Because as you can see, we've got a lot to reconfigure if we want it to go in. But we've done a lot towards fixing the game, making it look a little bit better. Now this is going to be a choke point because just too many intersections come together here. And this is one that I was actually seriously considering rolling him straight a little bit further to prevent this from being as big of a jam up. But down the road, we'll have to figure out some other yard designs. Another thing to start looking at is how much. Yeah, we're filling up on our loads over here, so it's time to expand this yard. I'm going to lay for 3. And we're first going to extend the main yard and then add a second platform. And it does mean that we will need a choose platform, a choose section. And I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This will also cost us an extra signal. And signals ain't cheap. $750 to remove or install. So signaling becomes an issue down the road. And we actually need to change this to choose, which is $32.50. I wish they'd give you credit for the pole. But I guess they think that you need to, put in all the detectors and such. Now, first thing I'm going to do is go over to main dispatch. New main dispatch. And we're going to grab a new train for him. And the SDs are available. Oh my goodness. How many cars can I pull with an SD? I can live with 98. All right, and that's the meteorite mine, so we want to put him on the meteorite. Meteor mine, short line 1. And launch away. Now we go to our line, find the meteor mine, and we're going to tell this guy to kindly please go to depot. We need to upgrade him. He does have an SD40 on him. We need to put a second engine and a bunch of cars. Let's start seeing just how much we can transport out of that mine and start building up our game a little bit more. Again, this is a fix-it. We're trying to untie the massive chaos that I built. Unfortunately, that chaos is kind of baked in a lot of spots. And how to get them in is going to be tough. All right, he's in the yard. Let's remove him, put in front. So we're going to go back, put him and him onto front. Go to append again, up the cars. Well, we're going to need to, 98's where I wanted it. Back out on the line, guys. And let's go ahead and sell that car. Thank you. Keep the train depots, at least the train barns, roundhouses clear. And I do have a couple of deadlines. with no vehicle. And it doesn't give me the filter settings, the settings filters. I wish it did. So that I could see just the lines that no longer have anything on it. Because like the Carmen route here doesn't have a vehicle on it. Let's go ahead and send a bus over to run the Carmen. I think I was in the middle of upgrades and missed putting one back out in the Carmen. Start getting some further runs. Checking finances. 2.3 last year, so finances had started to turn around. We're October this year. It's going to suck because we spent one, a lot of money, two, vastly increased. It looks like at 109, it's about the same. But our operating costs went up, so we've got to get more with these dispatch trains to start running, and we need these guys to start loading and running faster. And that means we need to come out here and see what we can do. That's fully loaded. We might even be able to put another train on that down the road. To get things over to Perry's Planker Perry's Woods and see what we can do. We've got the groundwork laid for the train station here where we're going to move Greenfields in a bit. I can also take and pull my electrical down this way. The one thing I don't want to do is where this is a two-way yard is to take and put a choose signal here with an extra train beyond platforms, because then if both of these are full or if one registered as full as it tripped it, it would come all the way around to here using this slow line and then block one of these guys for a few moments getting in and out. So don't want to do a choose line on that side. Another thing I'm thinking about is a new longer stretch, because these guys are kind of lined up just perfect to just keep their flow going. Over here, our trucks. Where's our truck? Did we never put a truck on Indy Wildcatting? Oh my goodness. There is just the bus. All right. Another quick fix. We can do this. Fastest way to dispatch this guy is going to be from over here, though, because I don't have a road from the closest barn. So we're going to put him with a tanker. You know what? We did find that those tanker trucks were good. Okay. All right, let's take a look at our lines here for a second. Do I have anybody else? The Duds or Hauler 2, which we can get rid of. The Brenton Figure 8 bus, which I had to eliminate because of stop changes. I might still put a bus back out on it and see what it can do. All right, let's take and do this. We're going to do to here, up to that one. 100% load. So we know what that line is. Copy them at least once, twice. Launch 2 of them right away, and then we'll see down the road after a little bit if I can get a third. And hopefully we'll start to get some oil going again too. Another thing we got to think about is how to get passengers out here from other places. So time to start thinking about some of those routes next time on How Not to Game with Callie Jack. I'm Callie Jack. Have a better day than I.